Right, hi guys. Welcome to the next episode of my Sports Night podcast. I've decided to pre-record it from now on because working different shifts and just my training takes up a lot of time, and it's just easier for me to pre-record, and I can kind of be myself a bit more as well and not feel under pressure, being live, that kind of things. So so we'll kick off the Champions Cup, obviously, and the Challenge Cup from last weekend. It really thrilling weekend of rugby. I'd like to the Scarlets, absolutely incredible game. Fair play to them. They're the level that every region should want to be aspiring to now. They look like they throw the ball around. They play with the smile on their face. They enjoy their rugby. It's what the Ospreys, the Blues, the Dragons, is what the other three regions should be aspiring for. And yeah, obviously, I mean, after coming back from losing their first two games, I mean, albeit they lost in Toulon by a couple of points, gave them a few points head start as well, but they came back, and to lose their opening two games and then to be back in it, knowing that if they win on Saturday, they'll finish top and most probably have a home quarter final. And first time the Scarlets will have got to the quarterfinals in 10 or well over 10 years. So yeah, I just think it's fantastic. And I mean, I'll come on to the Welsh team later and the Welsh squad, but going into Welsh camp, I think that the time has got to have come where we have to say, we're going to play the Scarlets way, and that's the way forward. But yeah, coming back to regional, I know Scott Williams is going to the Ospreys next season, but I think hopefully he'll bring that attitude to the Ospreys, and then the Ospreys will start playing in a similar vein. And yeah, they're what how they're doing now is what every region should be aspiring to. And I mean, I agree with Austin Healy. I think if they can get a home quarter final, and then have a decent bit of luck in terms of having home ground advantage then in the semis when the draw is made. I mean, I don't see any reason why, playing like they can't go all the way and win it. Especially after last Friday's performance, they kind of put out a big statement to the rest of the competition that they're not gonna, no matter who they play or where they play, they're not gonna fear anybody. So I mean, they there's obviously something very good going on down there, and it's what every other region should aspire to. Um, then Saturday night, I was down there, the Ospreys game. Considering how, I mean, they've been doing poorly in the Pro 14 up to now, but uh, they pushed Saris all the way, 15 all. I didn't quite understand the decision from Reese Webb to kick the ball out. I thought we should have played on and tried to get the penalty for Dan Bigger to kick a goal. But the Northampton beating Claremont still keeps the Ospreys in it, keeps us in with a chance of topping the group. Um, and obviously we need to get points out of this weekend in Claremont anyway. So I mean, it would have helped if we'd won, because then it would have been a bit easier. But we still would have had to got points out of this weekend. So, and compared to our league form, to draw with the reigning champions, is magnificent result. But yeah, so just fingers crossed for this weekend, really. But our regions are starting to do a lot better again in the European Cup, and this is something I'll come on to later. But I think there's a lot. It's good. It's good that we're finally coming good again in the European competition, and I think there's lots that we can learn off the Irish regions in terms of prioritising and putting a very big emphasis on the European Cup a lot more. And then the Blues in the Challenge Cup, um, another really strong performance, another strong region building. Finish top of their group. They'll probably still have to play away in the quarterfinals, but I thought Gareth Anscombe had a brilliant game, and his form's been rewarded by being picked in the Welsh squad. Um, Gethin Jenkins on his comeback. Yeah, Thomas Williams, Lloyd Williams. I thought the Blues played really well. Toulouse weren't as bad a team as a lot of people were writing them off to be beforehand, and yeah, it was a really good solid win by the Blues. And I in